They cradle the hopes of the county in their hands, writes David Williams, as he looks ahead to the game. It's the first time that the two counties will meet in Senior Championship hurling. It mightn't be September in Croke Park, but it's still an enticing prospect. Wexford must know after Sunday that they are capable of beating Clare. This is a tough assignment, but it is not mission impossible. Discipline, meanwhile, is considered the key to it all by the Clare champion. The main piece is an interview with the manager Cyril Lyons, who believes Clare needs a totally disciplined approach. If we are not, we will pay a serious price for it. While Portlaoise is a fine field, he says, it will suit a big, strong, physical team like Wexford. We would have to be finely tuned to get out of there alive. But I think our team is experienced enough at this stage to be able to cope with it.
Brilliant full-back, brilliant cornerback, Johnny McMahon, one of the best centre-backs in the game. You know, young Griffin, that's probably centre-forward, I'd say, on Sunday. James O'Connor, I'm a great admirer of his. Clare have great hurlers. 96 is, we won our All-Ireland, they won in 95. You know, they're still there, they've had good underage success, and that's going to be very, very important to them. They'll be a very, very difficult team to beat.
Now established at left half. At midfield, John Redden has taken over from Ollie Baker, but we may see Ollie Baker before the evening's out. Colin Lynch, the anchor man. Up front, interesting from a positional point of view, Niall Gilligan at 12 and Alan Markham at 14. And there's James O'Connor, ready to play at right half forward. Many changes on the Wexford team this evening, but from 1 to 6 they play as selected. Fitzhenry, Keogh, Ryan O'Connor, Stamp and Ruth. Michael O'Leary comes in for the suspended Liam Dunn at left half back. David O'Brien joins Rory Mallon at midfield. Nicky Lambert comes in at centre half forward. Mitch Jordan goes to full forward. Clare versus Wexford. Clare playing from right to left as we look at it. First ball down on top of Frank Lowe and he hurls it away. Nicky Lambert there for Wexford. Jerry Quinn there for Clare. Nicky Lambert putting pressure on the Clare defence in the early stages. Clare have rested and fresh. Wexford tired after last Sunday. Great lockdown the first couple of minutes of the match. Tony Griffin trying to get an attack going towards James O'Connor's wing. That goes Rory Mallon helping for Wexford. James O'Connor, all skill, lovely ball outside. From the shadow over there on that far side of the field, and straight away we have a point. First of the game, Colin Lynch from the middle of the field. And that score came inside a minute, in 50 seconds. Colin Lynch the scorer. First puck out of the game for Damien Fitzhenry. He was outstanding last Sunday, made 2 super saves that kept Wexford so alive in the game. A Leinster final they could have won. But of course, Kilkenny were the winners of that one, and outstanding winners they were. Dara Ryan, one of Wexford's best players the last day, he's in a ferocious tussle here with David Ford. Well, sir, the Dara Ryan had got his free there. You'd wonder why players got involved. The whistle had gone.
There's no doubt about it. Willie Barrett at the whistle blowing. Like, Dara Ryan's a big, strong man. The likes of David Ford is well off to stay away from. It's a free out. Clare started fast with the light, Jim, you know, and Wexford want to be careful. They don't pull away from them early on.
That's a great drive of the ball by Damien Fitzhenry. Played through by David O'Brien. That was his first touch. The new Wexford midfielder. David Ford out from the corner. He's got a lot of pace. Now that's a good cross-field ball. The idea was good. The execution didn't come off, however, for Clare. David O'Connor played a wonderful game for Wexford against Kilkenny. Nicky Lambert and David O'Brien trying to get it through. Hurled away by Jerry Quinn. First touch for Alan Markham against Dara Ryan. Now that's a little tight for David O'Connor, but he's got a bit of help. Now Clare are free. James O'Connor racing through. A Good tackle goes in. Now is the chance lost here for Clare? It is. Wexford come away with it. Great hurling by Declan Root, another of the heroes the last day in a gallant defeat. This is easy for Fitzhenry, who drives the clearance. Rory McCarthy going hard there for Wexford. Now it's very tight here this evening. We'll talk about that in a moment because the pitch is tighter than the new big field at Croke Park. Thurles either, and there's a hard challenge going in. And certainly Cyril Farrell is fierce competitive.
Yeah, Jim, it's what you'd expect really. Like, whoever loses here tonight is gone, and both these teams are up for it. Okay, Wexford might be talking during the week that they didn't want to play this weekend, but they knew they had to fulfill the fixture, and they have great heart. This young Mallon here, he took a hard tackle, no doubt about the free, and it should be a score.
Paul Codd from 13 points against Kilkenny. He's hit it wide. Now that really is a miss, but there's a very, very bright sun overhead here this evening. It's very hard, even from up here from our high vantage point in Moore Park, to see the ball in flight in this brilliant evening sunshine, and it may just have troubled Paul Codd. David Fitzgerald. Puck out is a Wexford sideline ball. Hit by Darren Stamp. Long to Lambert's corner. He got a lot of ball against Kilkenny. Barry Lambert. Free out to Clare. Cyril, a word about the pitch, because undoubtedly it is tighter than some of the big hurling fields that we know so well. Yeah, Jim, it's a beautiful pitch, but it would be smaller than Thurles and Croke Park, and you're going to find there'll be about 6 underneath the puck out, but still it's a great evening for hurling. The ball will move very fast in it. Sean McMahon, one of the best long-range free takers in the game, but he drops this one just wide. So neither McMahon nor Codd have found the range just yet, after 5 minutes of play in Portlaoise. Dropping an MJ Furlong's wing. Now David Ford out first to it for Clare. Seeing a fair bit of action in the first 5 minutes. Playing a good ball through. Fitzhenry's for Wexford. Onto it comes the strong John Redden. Plays a good ball back to James O'Connor. Nicely to John Redden. Great knockdown by Rory Mallon. Wexford backs have to work very hard here. Conor Early played that ball across to an unmarked Clare man. Colin Lynch coming through from midfield. His second point of the game. In the 6th minute. 2 points to Colin Lynch, 2 to Clare. Wexford won't be happy with the marking here, Cyril, rather than accurate. Yeah, Jim, it was a beautiful crossfield ball, and Lynch is going up. He loves to attack. He's capable of getting 2 or 3 points at least from play. Conor Early it was who played that lovely crossfield ball, as Cyril so described it. And Clare have got a... Sean McMahon from St. Joseph's Durabeer Field there, the right half-back David Hoyes from that club too. Familiar stance. Then Sean McMahon launches it. Damien Fitzhenry shepherds it wide. That's 2 wides for Sean McMahon from long-range breeze, and again this brilliant evening sun may just be troubling these strikers of the ball. Wexford really could do with the score to settle them a little bit more. They're playing with good spirit though. And they win a sideline ball.
Johnny! Come back right in front of me! Johnny, come back!
Now Now with Larry O'Gorman not starting this evening, Rory Mallon of his club, Faith Harriers, is the captain. A hard ball goes in there and is driven just wide. So a little bit of unease in the Clare defence there as that sideline ball was put in. There was a lot of pace on it, and perhaps that was the key. Rory Mallon hit this one hard, sir.
Yeah, it came in. Sean McMahon didn't drop back just deep enough. Once it hit the ground, a good hard block. Could have gone anywhere that shot as such.
Well, it's interesting what Cyril was saying, because I could hear David, the effects microphone picked up David Fitzgerald asking Sean McMahon to pull back closer to him. So it's interesting there that he just didn't get back to cover. Now the crowd in full voice, they get behind their teams. Clare had 3 wides, Wexford 2, but Clare lead 2 points to no score. Over in that corner for Wexford. He's been starved of good possession in the first 9 minutes that we've had of this game. Played through towards Barry Lambert. He's got a lot of pace. Rory McCann with Miss Jordan trying to keep that ball in play and get it across. Sean McMahon standing his ground like a good centre half back. Keogh far out for Wexford. Well, they're playing away. Willie Barrett lets them. There's some hard pulling going on in there as a big Nicky Lambert comes away for Wexford. Hurled on, but Davy Fitzgerald is keeping an eye on this one all the way. Loves to get into the action, little David. A good ball through towards Niall Gilligan on the run. Now there's a Wexford man gone back. Gilligan will go for the goal. Oh, lovely piece of hooking. Lovely piece of work by Michael O'Leary, and then Wexford come away with a Dara Ryan swashbuckling style. O'Leary did so well there for Wexford. Good work by the centre half forward Tony Griffin, trying to get into the game, and that's good play by the big Wexford man. Nicky Lambert back there to help. Great play by Wexford. Nothing wrong, sir, with Wexford's spirit or their application. They don't look tired.
Jim, that was brilliant hooking there, because he followed back the whole way, and here Gilligan, you think he was bound to score, but he just, young O'Leary gets back, hooks, and Darragh Ryan comes out, hits a rattle on the way out. You won't stop him as such, and he drives it out. Wexford are playing with great fire, but they still have to score.
10 minutes of play gone. Damien Fitzhenry with a huge one. And can they keep it in play? No. 3 wides apiece, some great action, 2 scores, both to Colin Lynch of Clare. Gilligan of Clare, and he is playing at left half forward. There's speculation that he may go inside and swap with Markham. That might be for later. Michael O'Leary put under pressure by Niall Gilligan. And it's a Clare ball. Well, James O'Connor is making his way over. And there you can see a good crowd here this evening. So many big matches on all over the country. Well, hurling followers can't be everywhere, but there's a big crowd of them here this evening to enjoy this match. And it's good, fast, hard, competitive hurling for this first 11, nearly 12 minutes. James O'Connor from the 20-metre line across the face of the goal and wide, and by his standards, Cyril, that goes down as a miss.
It's a miss, Jim, which was a very awkward angle, and just haven't got, you know, neither set of forwards have kind of got their shooting boots on yet, but it'll come.
Hard pull there, but it was fair, said the referee, as Niall Gilligan gets the ball through towards Alan Markham, with David O'Connor there for Wexford. Joy to watch him in play. Paul Codd, long way back from his left half forward berth, but he's prepared to work and make the sacrifices. But right now he's in a little bit of trouble. Colin Lynch battling for Clare. It's a Wexford ball. It's Rory Mallon, the Wexford captain this evening. In the action too, seen plenty of good ball. Declan Ruth drops a good ball in. Now advice still come for Wexford. Rory McCarthy skipping away from his man. And off his left-hand side, well, the angle did favour him, but there was good pressure, good marking. And I have to say, Sir Val, that I've been impressed by the backs on both sides. They really are doing their job.
At the moment, Jim, both sets of backs are on top. Like a goal, this game really needs a goal as such.
Well, will it come? We've played 13 minutes. David O'Connor just lost it, but he's prepared to bat for Wexford. So to Rory Mallon. And in came James O'Connor. Lovely work. Good ball back to John Redden. He hit 3 great points in Thurles earlier in the championship, and now he's got a beautiful point for himself. That was good play, but well spotted by James O'Connor, and the mark there of an experienced player, good hurling mind.
Yeah, James has had a quiet season, Jim, according to his own stamp. That was a beautiful pass out to John Redden. It's unusual, Jim, that the 3 points were clear. Both midfielders have scored.
And nobody has scored for Wexford by the 14th minute, and that's been their biggest concern. They're playing well, they're hurling with heart, but they're not putting scores on. Now Paul Codd, he got 13 scores against Kilkenny. The chairman protests his innocence, but the free is given.
Yeah, there's no doubt here, Jim, like, there's a flick across him, that is a free. And he gets dragged down here by David Hoy. The rugby tackle has to be a free, and he's lucky he didn't get a yellow card.
Paul Codd. Well, he almost found the range, but the mighty Brian Lohan in a bit of trouble, and it's gone wide. It's gone off the stick there, probably of Miss Jordan, as Brian Lohan came away with that ball. And so, Wexford, 15 minutes gone, and they await their first score of the game. Well, David Fitzgerald has been driving most of his puck-outs to that wing. But Wexford returning plenty of them. Now Brian Lohan has just gone back to cover. Michael Jordan trying to get it through. Miss Jordan. And it's gone wide. Well, that's Rory McCarthy, but Mitch Jordan there trying to get the ball through. Brian Lohan, the tower of strength there for Clare, and it was a weakly hit shot, and Davy was content to let it go wide. Now breaking. To Conor Early, coming through. And the angle didn't favour him, he was under pressure and he's put it wide. Cyril, I think there perhaps, you know, we saw James O'Connor do something really smart, really clever a few minutes ago, experienced. Conor Early not so experienced.
Yeah, he got right inside, Jim, and he was, the other forwards were on to his right. He probably didn't see him. They were expecting him to flick across the square. Last night, Liam Carroll did it for, John Carroll did it for Tipperary, and got a great goal.
5 wides, Clare have shot now, but Wexford have shot 6 and are scoreless. Colin Lynch. Good blocking again, but it's the second attempt. They'll get it through. Darragh O'Connor in the chase with Alan Markham. Darragh Ryan in the chase with Alan Markham. Darragh Ryan, great hurler. 27 years of age. We didn't really see him in his early 20s that much. He was a footballer then. But what a splendid talent he is. Although he's conceded a line ball here under good pressure by Alan Markham. He didn't win the ball, but he did do his job. He put on pressure. That's David O'Connor, the Wexford defender. O'Connor and Ryan, 2 terrific backs. John Redden was looking up to see who he'd send it to. He wasn't trusting himself to go for a score from there. David O'Connor is blocked down. Danger here for Clare. Darragh Ryan stands his ground. And Wexford are there in numbers. That's good defensive play again. Now the Wexford backs are really doing their stuff. Colin Keogh who cleared that ball only to John Redden. He's picking up a lot of ball, Redden. and Lynch in the middle of the field. He got a point a few minutes ago. He's put this one wide. 6 wides apiece by the 17th minute of the game. And just now, Terry, perhaps tempo dropping a little.
Yeah, and at the moment, the centre field of Wexford are half forward line, and the ball is coming back too fast with their half forward in midfield. Like the backs are playing fine, but just can't keep this up. They want to get more ball through to the Wexford full forward line.
Willie Barrett is going to speak here to Rory Mallon from Faith Harriers in Wexford, and this could be what I estimate is the first card of the game. Rory Mallon is about to get a yellow card, and he does, and that's come in the 18th minute of the first half. So we're midway through this first half with Clare leading 3 points to no score. And as Cyril noted, all the scoring has been done by the midfielders. Sean McMahon then, from just outside his own 65, swings it in, McMahon style, masterly, so accurate, great score. 4th point of the game. The midfielders got 3, and now the centre half-back has got the 4th. Gilligan. Dara Ryan out to it before Alan Markham. Well read by Dara Ryan. And he's got 2 to contend with. Good swinging by Declan Root. And 1 well won in there by the Clare man. Jerry Quinn, who gets it down to Alan Markham, who's fouled. I just wonder would he have preferred if he could have not played the whistle there, but he had no choice. Well, Cyril, going back to what you were saying a few minutes ago, this pressure may be telling on the Wexford full-back line. Surely they can't be doing every other line's work as well. Yeah, Jim, like young Jerry Quinn is having a great game, Sean McMahon is having a good game, and David Bowie, they're completely on top. There's so much pressure coming, like, has to tell. And it's telling on the scoreboard now, because James O'Connor has put over a point from a free, and he's the first forward to score either side. There's James O'Connor after his point. It really was only a tap over, drive over point. Damien Fitzhenry's puck out to the other 65 is won by MJ Furlong. So a chance at last, as Jerry Quinn is spoken to by the referee, a chance at last for Wexford to open their account in the 20th minute. So the first yellow card went to Rory Mallon, and the second has gone to Jerry Quinn of Clare. Caught then, well within his range, stuck it confidently, stuck it well over the bar. 21st minute of the game before Wexford opened their account. Now what will it lead to? That's the big question. So 4 points between them. 14 minutes to go in the first half. Beautifully taken by David O'Connor. Back to Declan Root. Looks for Rory McCarthy, who has come out to the wing from top of the left. And that's clearly a bid to get him into the game. MJ Furlong battling, but it's a clear ball. So 2 yellow cards in this game, Rory Mallon of Wexford and Jerry Quinn of Clare. With Clare the leaders, 5 points to 1. Frank Lohan's cut his weak one. You don't often see that. Gary Lambert fighting for it. Now Clare just playing it a little tight. Mitch Jordan. He's under a bit of pressure on that wing. Needs a bit of help, and he's got the help from Rory McCarthy. And again, good pressure from the Clare defence. Declan Ruth wins it and wins the free. Tony Griffin is declared number 11. The game just hasn't run his way yet, but it's running well around him. And James O'Connor is on his game this evening. That'll really please Clare, who had been a bit worried about his form. Well, they should have trusted the great man. Paul Cott. He's missed one, he's pointed one, and he's played this one a little bit short. Rory McCarthy batting for a 3-out to Clare. But then, sir, I think you have the feeling that Clare just are in control despite Wexford's spirit.
Well, they're well in control, Jim, but in actual fact they're only 4 points up. And like at the moment you have Declan Root and Darren Stamp coming into the game. Now the Wexford forwards aren't scoring for play yet, but like they're still in the game even though they've been out hurled in most places.
So all to play for. The losers will be gone until probably May or June 2003. That's something neither side wants. Niall Gilligan. Back to David Ford, who's come over from top of the right to get involved in the action. Ford against Mallon. Good crossfield ball, probing, looking for Markham against Ryan. This is a very good tussle, two strong lads. James O'Connor makes room for himself, spots the man free. Well found, Colin Lynch. He's going for his third point of the game, and he's got it. That's great shooting by Colin Lynch.
Jim, you see they're swinging the ball around. They came from the right wing to the left wing. David Ford swung across. Malcolm played it back out to Jamesy. Jamesy played it back out to Colin Lynch and over the bar. See, Jamesy, you're just finding Lynch. He's just attacking the whole time. Swings it over. That's his third point. Playing very well. Someone who wants to pick him up.
So the old Clare swagger is back. And really, you just miss them off the scene, really, when they're not involved in long periods throughout the hot days of the summer, like the hot day we're having this evening. David O'Connor, he's from the St Anne's Club, a club that's had a lot of success in modern times in Wexford hurling. That's Cyril Lyons. He was a fine forward for many, many years for Clare. Minutes to half-time as Darren Stamp's cut goes to Rory McCarthy's side of the field. John Red, good pick-up. Oh, that's composure and skill. In an ideal mixture to Colin Lynch, whose confidence is high after his 3 points. Now, could he go for a fourth here? Now, 2 Clare men there to Wexford, Dara Ryan. Now he has a bit of help. However, it's David Ford. He's got a man outside him. And he's played it over ambitiously. He could have played a short ball there to Alan Markham. Darren Stamp is battling for Wexford. But Wexford just now finding it so hard to get the ball up the field when one good long drive would do if they were left. They're not. Sean McMahon drives it back in. Markham is out first. Now can he slip past Darren Ryan? The whistle's gone. And this is almost certainly a free out.
No, Jim, that would be a free in.
To free in. Yeah, now you just wonder, as Markham was going to slip his man there, Cyril, would he have preferred to be let go there?
Yeah, he might even book Dara Ryan here now, Jim, because like he let fly very early.
Well, we just see what happened here. Now Wexford backs cannot afford to foul. We saw how costly it was the last day. In the case of Liam Dunn, it's a free in, and James O'Connor has put it wide. Inexplicably, it was a tap over by his standards, and he's put it wide. And that's the 7th clear wide now for all the ball they've got. Well, what a miss that was by a man playing well, ironically. Well, Sean McMahon came to it, but it slipped through. Colin Lynch covering. O'Leary under a bit of pressure here, and he did well to hold possession and get that ball through. Well taken by MJ Furlong, trying to get into the game. 2 Clare men there. One of them is McMahon, the master, who drives it out to Gilligan. Great turn to get past Declan Ruth, who was unlucky. He slipped. He couldn't get back onto Gilligan. Kenny Cronley with the point. Great score by Niall Gilligan. Great score. Did everything right. turned, got away from the man who slipped and took his point. 6 points clear now, the Clare. Well, Clare here are making a change. They're withdrawing Conor Early. So Conor Early goes and Tony Carmody comes on. He would have been a first choice, but for injury. Along with the play, Mitch Jordan gets it across field towards big Nicky Lambert. Now it's opening up for Clare, for Wexford. They need a score. Rory McCarthy to provide it. Yes! Good score. And they needed that one. Well, Cyril, James O'Connor missed us off free a few minutes ago, and here's Wexford with the score.
Yeah, that's the way the type of game is. Rory McCarthy needed this score on the run. He's very good at that over the bar. He's gone out to wing forward at this stage. He's left corner forward.
And to confirm that Carmody is on for Clare, Early is off. Great lockdown. Declan Ruth takes so well at centre half back again for Wexford. That was a wonderful lockdown. Nothing like a lockdown to inspire a team. It's almost as good as the score. David O'Brien, they call him Blondie O'Brien. He's beaten to that one. Michael O'Leary drives it for Wexford. Well taken down by Sean McMahon. Well read. Years of experience. Down towards Markham. Declan Ruth again. That's the second ball he's won inside a minute. Good play. And Cyril, everybody in hurling impressed by this man this season, Declan Ruth.
Yeah, Jimmy had a great game against Kilkenny on Henry Shefflin, and at the moment he's getting well on top of Tony Griffin, and they've Clare switched Niall Gilligan in there. Now Gilligan may not be that fast at the moment, but he's very, has a good old hurling brain on him.
Five minutes to half-time as Damien Fitzhenry sends in a great ball. Brian Lohan bats it out, and no doubt he could see that there was a man waiting for it. And again, all through this first half, we see that there's a Clare man loose here, there, and everywhere. Having said that, David Ford put that one out over the line. Well, he's come to top of the left now, since just before Conor Early went off. Alan Markham is staying at full forward. And Declan Ruth drives the ball. The cut for Wexford. Jerry Quinn loses it. Gets it back. Good play. Nice step inside. Good clearance by Jerry Quinn. That was a very good recovery. Dara Ryan wins it. Markham tried to swing at it. Ryan put the hand up. It stuck. Brian Lohan knocks it down. And once again, Clare get it out of the danger area. And Lohan just loves the tick of the action. Good combination play again by Clare towards Alan Markham. Needs to get a bit more ball off Dara Ryan. Gilligan goes in. Colin Crow there for Clare. John Redden swings it in and swings it over the bar. Very good score by Sean Redden. These two Clare midfielders, Lynch and Redden. Lynch has got 3, Redden has got 2. 5 points there between two midfielders. All good play.
Yeah, Jim, it's a lot, and like they're picking up from loose play. They're scoring from the outside. It's nothing that the Wexford best can do about that.
Tony Dempsey will want his men to stand more hip to hip and shoulder to shoulder in the second half in the middle of the field and stop them getting that prodigious amount of loose ball that they're enjoying in the first half. Driven by Tony Griffin. On to David Ford. Now he can run forward when he's let. He wasn't let there by Colin Keogh, who's a sticky marker at the best of times. Sideline ball to Wexford. 3 minutes to half-time, plus whatever will be added on. 6 points the difference on the scoreboard. 8 to Clare, 2 to Wexford. Declan Ruth cuts it in field. Nicely back by Jerry Quinn to Frank Lohan. Declan Ruth standing underneath it. He's challenged. Niall Gilligan. Good turn again by Niall Gilligan. There may have been a block in there. It's gone wide. No deflection. We heard a slap of the sticks all right, but it didn't lead to anything. And we learn now that there will be 1 minute added on at the end of the 35th. So 3 minutes of action still to go. 6 points the difference. Clare the happier of the two. Now played to by Darren Stamp to Mitch Jordan, who hasn't really got much space or opportunities in this full forward line this evening. I guess Quinn, Lohan, the other Lohan, and McMahon, who drove that last ball. Colin Keogh, knocking fellas out of the way. Down towards Brian Quinn's corner. This is a good tussle. Quinn behind Barry Lambert, who's been starved of good ball really. Now Wexford could do with a couple more scores. Good marking. Oh, that's great defensive work. The man coming out with it is Frank Lohan, as he does so often, unheralded, unsung. But Clare just know how valuable he is to their cause. Great ball in, Fitzhenry. Darragh Ryan. Paul Codd trying to hurl it on. Niall Gilligan, good hand. He's got the pace, Gilligan. Oh, that's a lovely turn, a little chink. Can he crown it here? Yes, he can. Gilligan, his second point of the game, his second super point of the game. That was great running, and if we can see that again, we'll see the little chink that created the scoring chance that made it just that little bit easier. Gilligan playing well, sir.
Yeah, Jim, that's as good as to see. He went through the toss, going to give a hand pass, hit it off the wrist on the run on the volley. Fantastic score.
James O'Connor from Clare on his own 65. Now Clare playing really, really well for a 7-point lead. Darragh Ryan is playing really well for Wexford, but their problems are at the other end of the field. They're getting no room really. David O'Brien trying to get a bit of ball. Mitch Jordan out now from full forward to the wing against Derry Quinn. Quinn's a very good marker, and he gets a bit of help and it's cleared away. Tony Griffin trying to get it through to Niall Gilligan's wing, or the substitute rather, Carmody, who hits that one under a little bit of pressure and puts it wide. So Carmody now trying to get into the game. He's a good hurler. He would have been in but for an injury. But Clare were confident that they would be able to spring him, although they hardly thought they'd have to spring him so early. It's half-time. Clare the leaders, 9 points to 2. In that first half, they shot 9 wides. Wexford 6. Clare the better of the two teams so far, but Wexford so far playing with good spirit and alive their chance.
They're alive, Jim, but they really need a goal or two in the second half. There is a bit of a breeze behind in the second half, but so far they've been out-hurled all over the field.
So good second half to look forward to here, because Wexford, as is their tradition, they will... The second half is only 10 seconds on, no scores, no action missed in that first half. Clare created 22 scoring chances. They took... Now, a great chance, a wonderful chance, and the ball put into the net. Inside 30 seconds. A goal for Clare. What a start to the second half. And it's the substitute who came in the first half, Tony Carmody, who drove that ball into the net. The goal that Wexford needed, the goal that the game needed, it's gone to Clare. Now Wexford, we know of Rory Jacob in the game, and again they've hit a wide, They hit 6 of those in the second half. You can make that 7 now. Carmody's goal. And Cyril, would you go along with me? Was that the goal that the game needed, really? But it was Wexford who needed it.
Yeah, well, Carmody caught a good ball here. Like, Fitzhenry had no chance at all. Great left-handed strike. But really, the Wexford needed that score to bring to life. Like, Clare in the driving seat now.
Clare are in the driving seat. A minute and a half into the second half. Paul Codd playing a weak enough ball on there. It's just hard work now for Wexford.
The only thing is, Jim, that Wexford have been known for great heart, and they're not going to lie down. They are missing a lot of players, but I expect them to blaze into this in the second half.
Yes, and young Rory Jacob is on. James O'Connor did well to keep that ball in play, but it's played on by Garn Stamp to Larry Murphy, who's in the game for and Rory Jacob. Paul Codd backing for it, but it's going Clare's way. Every chance fighting for Wexford, but they've lost it. And in the shaded side of O'Moore Park, here comes Niall Gilligan going through the middle. He did it twice in the first half to superb effect. He's going for 3 in a row, but the whistle has gone. Now in this brilliant evening sunshine, it's hard to see how many times he put that ball into his hand, but Willie Barrett was keeping an eye on it. It's a free out to Wexford. Well, all donations gratefully received, Wexford will say. And we can confirm indeed that Larry Murphy and Rory Jacob are on. And that's gone all the way wide. Just to repeat the scoring chances in that first half, Clare had 22, they got 9. Wexford had 10, they got only 2. It was 9 points to 2 at half-time. Tony Griffin trying to get it through. Got a bit of help from James O'Connor. Wexford back on the attack. Good work by Frank Lohan. And Sean McMahon. Again from the shaded side of the field, McMahon plays it down. Markham is coming hard for it, but Ruth studies ground. Superb centre half-back play by both McMahon and Ruth, two of the best in the business. MJ Furlong for Wexford, but it was hit and hope there really. It was an instinctive kind of shot, but he wasn't really looking at the post. And when it's going against you, you need to look at the post. When you're going well, they go over anyway. And Ger Cush, so long a stalwart for Wexford at full-back. And his face told the story. Rory Mallon coming hard for this one. James O'Connor nipped in for Clare. The dancing feet of James O'Connor to Niall Gilligan, to John Redden. He got a couple of great scores in the first half. Redden flashes that one in and over the bar. That's great shooting again. Would you believe it? The two midfielders have got 6 points between them, 3 each from play.
Yeah, James, was a lovely move again. Again, you had Gilligan given to James, James to Gilligan, Gilligan up along the wing to John Redden over the bar. Clare's midfielders have got 6 points from play. It's a big return.
Hit by Colin Lynch. Down towards Carmel's corner. Darragh Ryan there for Wexford. One man who really can hold his head up high. He's battling all the way. And now he's got to clear this ball with help from David O'Connor. Now that's very well taken by MJ Furlong. Trying to get away from Jerry Quinn. He's a very sticky marker. On to Paul Codd. Now, off his left side, he'll surely go for a goal. He took a lot of steps, but he's got the goal. He's got the goal. Paul Codd. Point scorer par excellence in the Leinster final. Goal scorer today. And Gerald was right. He did say that Wexford would fight back and that the Clare goal just would drive Wexford to a response.
Yeah, Paul can ride through here. Maybe he'll take a few steps, but like, you can't fall their heart. Great left-handed shot. Davy Newton's coming, but couldn't prevent it. Now the fight is up.
Yeah, a lot of steps, but a lot of quality in the striking there of Paul Codd. Really, you've got to say when it comes to good striking, I suppose the right man had it and Codd had it. Good ball to Barry Lambert. Point for Wexford. Good score, Barry Lambert. He was lively against Willie Larkin. Barry Lambert, the scorer, stood for Wexford hurling. And the crowd gets behind them in O'Moore Park. Wexford ball, surely. No, perhaps it went off of Wexford. Well, the linesman is being told, and he's changed his mind. Paul Codd came in there and did the referee's job. Paul Codd said he knew it was a Wexford ball.
Yeah, to be fair to the linesman, he made a mistake. It is a Wexford ball, but all of a sudden, you see what a goal can do. Even when Clare got the goal, say, to go 11 points up, now Wexford are back in this game.
7 minutes into the second half. Colin Lynch for Clare. They've got to lift it again. The centre forward there, Tony Griffin, was beaten rather easily to that one, and Clare just not getting a big performance on their party today. And there's another score coming here. It's MJ Furlong, who drives that ball over the bar. MJ Furlong, the scorer. This is a lot more like it by Wexford now. But you just knew in your heart that they would not go down without a fight, that Wexford would die with their boots on. Well, they're not dying, they're fighting. David Hoey hurls it on for Clare, looking for Markham, who isn't getting much off Dara Ryan, though he's playing it hard. Rory McCarthy there backing for Wexford, so too Rory Mallon. And Declan Root plays it away to John Redden. But in goes MJ Furlong. He's a young player on the under-21 team. And he's learning a lot more about the game, playing senior over the last 2 Sundays. Darren Stamp hurls it on. It breaks to Larry Murphy. Great-hearted Larry Murphy personifies the spirit of Wexford hurling. He's had many a glorious game. Wexford come looking for another score. Now making room, turning, shooting, and putting it wide. Oh, that's one they could have done with. But it's gone.
Yeah, Jim, but at least the game is stuff and tempo now. We have a game on our hands. For a while, when Clare got that goal, it went just pure dead. All of a sudden, the Wexford crowd are getting behind their team, and Clare know they're in for a fight.
Darren Stamp drives it on. He's a little ambitious against tight marking, and it's gone wide on his own side. Well, just to confirm that the Wexford men who were gone off are numbers 23, Nicky Lambert, and number 21, David O'Brien. They were brought in before the game. Neither were due to start. They tried hard, but the men who have replaced them are trying even harder, because Wexford have stepped up the effort, collectively and individually. Now Griffin for Clare, trying so hard to get into the game. Will he pass it left or put it over the bar? He's put it over the bar. Good score by Tony Griffin. And you just felt, sir, that he needed that score, that there wasn't a lot happening around the 40 for Clare.
Yeah, and he's a good player. Like in his last 2 championship games with Clare, he's got 6 points. He's great to catch a ball. He can travel, and he's very good on his left side off the stick. Just hits it here in the volley. Beautiful score. He's got 6.
A lovely skill there. Paul Codd for Wexford, the goal scorer, the man who brought them back. Oh, that's lovely by Paul Codd. That's super hurling. 2 Sundays in a row, this man is really doing his stuff for Wexford. Pride in the purple and gold in O'Moore.
Yeah, Jimmy's gone into centre forward. He's taken on Sean McMahon. He's trying to bring him running a small bit around the place.
Yeah, indeed, it's noticeable that Sean McMahon not quite as influential now in the 10 minutes that we played in this second half. Declan Root continues to be influential at centre back for Wexford. Great heart, good hurling. Barry Lambert. The idea was good. Rory Jacob, Mick Jacob will be so proud of this lad Rory if he can put it over the bar. Well, he's put it wide, but Mick Jacob will be proud of him anyway. Mick was a wonderful Wexford hurler, one of the best in the game for so long, and Rory is keeping a splendid family tradition going.
Yeah, you can see at the moment, Jim, there that David Fitz is getting on to Brian Quinn to put the shackles on Barry Lambert. Barry all of a sudden is getting a lot of room.
Well, I'd say any Clare back who wouldn't be tight on his man, he'd hear from Davy. Griffin, well into the game now for Clare. Towards Lambert's corner. Good hard hurling. Wexford are doing a fair bit of it. Keogh and Ryan there. Keogh number 2, Ryan 3, Rory Mallon number 8 for Wexford. James O'Connor number 10 for Clare. Referee Willie Barrett goes in to settle it, one way or another. Well, Willie Barrett will throw this one in. Listen out for the clash of the ash. Dara Ryan wins the ball, wins the free. Wexford are up for it now, and up for it in a big way. 12 minutes into the second half. And Dara Ryan, heroic in his resistance once again today.
You know, Wexford are going well, Jim. Like, Clare still have a 6-point cushion. An odd point here and there will just hold them in it, but Wexford are on a roll.
Now, can they add to the roll with scores? Damien Fitzhenry saw that a man was running. That's good work by Paul Codd. Lovely turn by Paul Codd, but he's put it wide. And certainly just reminds you of the early part of the second half last week when Wexford, good ball, but they wasted.
Yeah, they just can't afford to be putting these ball wide. Like, all of a sudden they've got, you know, I suppose between all 7 in the second half, like, you know, it's a lot. Like, they want to be just taking their time a little bit, you know, just time on the ball and make sure of these shots.
Well, you don't often see Paul Codd putting the ball wide, but he did just then off his own favoured left side as well. He made a lovely turn, and there's a beautiful picture of the crowd and the atmosphere here in Ormeau Park now. And this is the time of year for real hurling atmosphere and thrills. That some problems for the players. David Hoey hurls it on for Clare. Firm. The left full back, Declan Root to give it to if he can. Well, he knew it might have been a free. Dara Ryan again, just a touch. And David O'Connor the clearance. David Hoey just missed the grab there. Shawnee McMahon didn't. Good centre back play again. Read it so well. Tony Griffin, nice ball back. Out to John Redden, going for his 4th point of the game. Bidding to outpoint his midfield partner Lynch, but that one is gone. However, Clare are back on the attack. They've weathered that little storm, if that's not an unwise word to use, on such a beautiful, beautiful summer's evening in Portland. Urgency now in Wexford's approach. MJ Furlong trying to keep it in play. Dan Stamp got in a shoulder charge. Clare got in the clearance. Good ball down to the substitute Carmody, who got a great goal. Inside 30 seconds, and now he's got a point. And this was shrewd team management by Cyril Lyons and his team. They kept Tony Carmody in reserve because he was carrying an injury. They were confident, all right, that he'd be able to do a job when he got back, and he is.
Yeah, he's usually worth 3 or 4 points in play a game, and that's a fair return.
And indeed, 4 points is what Tony Carmody's got, a goal and 1. Barry Lambert. Now a great ball and a great goal.
That's young Jacob, Jim.
Rory Jacob was waiting to pounce, number 30. Wexford people will say that the generation game is coming up front for them. Nick Jacobs that goal.
Yeah, Davey had no chance of that one. Once it dropped, once Frank Owen missed it, made a mistake, back of the net.
We'll do the sums on the score in just a minute. But Wexford are giving this everything. Clare know they're in a game now. And the free is going Wexford's way. This is one for Paul Codd. Now Clare are 15 points. Wexford are 11. 2 goals and 5. That's 4 points in it. And Paul Codd here can bring it back to 3. And that sort of barrel would be just one puck of the ball.
Yeah, Jim, and you can never write off Wexford because they have this fantastic heart and they have this will to win. Now, Clare are still in the driving seat because, like, they are up to 3 points or 4 points. So you should put this over the bar, like, and if they steady it down. It's unusual, Jim, that free was given because most referees threw in a ball at that. But Sean McMahon went down and covered the ball, didn't try to play it. His hold was gone, and he gave the free.
So this to bring it back to a puck of the ball between them. Well, he's got to get it, of course, but it is so within Paul Codd's range. And he strikes it beautifully all the way over the bar. Paul Codd got a goal early on. And there's here's the situation, 15-12. Paul Codd a goal and 3, 13 points in the Leinster final. Rory Jacob a goal, Tony Carmody a goal for Clare. Great action, the two teams. This is a wonderful championship game now as Frank Lohan comes out. Darragh Ryan just knocks it away. Oh, this is no place really to be trying to pick it up fancy. Declan Root doesn't go for that. He plays it first time, low downfield. Sean McMahon is going back. So to Barry Lambert, he's really in the game. He's a problem for the Clare backs. Good defensive play by Clare, however. Well won, that free, and Brian Lohan, the captain, comes in to say, well won, as Larry Murphy walks away from it. Now, Cyril, undoubtedly, the game is harder now, even more competitive.
Yeah, Jim, and that's what you expect in championship hurling as such. Like Clare are weathering the storm. They are the 3 points up, and Larry Lambert has caused a lot of problems to Brian Quinn. Maybe they might make the switch. I don't know. They're like, it's Brian Quinn got a belt in his name. Just doesn't seem to have the legs for Lambert.
Yes, and as Cyril Farrell is speaking, indeed Clare are making a move. They're bringing on Conor Harrison for Brian Quinn, realising that Barry Lambert had the legs on his man since the start of the second half. McMahon, Clare could do with this one. Is it a McMahon special? Well, it's stopping short, it's gone in! Damien Fitzhenry came for it, but he didn't claim it. He didn't claim it, and Carmody was in there again. Was it a second goal for Carmody? Sean McMahon that launched it, a McMahon missile.
Yeah, Jim, and that's a good Clare back at Easter. It came in high. You see this follow through McMahon. But they all set back underneath it. And Carmody gets a flick overhead, back of the net. Nothing to do about it, just a quick...
Now, just as it drops, Darragh Ryan number 3, but the fist went up in delight and in triumph from Tony Carmody. Wexford are back to square one. Now Darren Stamp's cut, dangerously true. Wexford battle again. It's gone wide by Larry Murphy. They could have done with that one.
Yeah, Jim, I think it's a 65. Larry was half knocked
Well,
out.
yes, it's a 65, sir. Thank you for that. And Larry Murphy went hard for that one. He did look a bit disappointed, but he shouldn't be so disappointed now because Paul Codd can point to 65. But no, Paul Codd has missed that one. It's one that Wexford needed, but it's gone away from him.
Yeah, it comes in high. The goalie probably shouldn't have left. You see, he comes out on top of everyone, and once Carmody gets one touch, back of the net. No chance once he got a touch to it.
Well, it's not often that Fitzhenry is beaten like that, but he was just done.
When you come like that, Jim, you have to win the ball.
Clare playing well now. There's just something so exciting, really, when you have Clare going well in championship hurling. It reminds you of the Loughnane era, and indeed so many of the great players of that era. They're still young men, young in spirit and young in age too. The O'Connors and McMahons, the Lohans, the Fitzgeralds and so on. Gilligan, Markham. Great players, 2 All-Irelands for a lot of them, and well, they have an ambition to get a third. That's a long way away. They'd be contentious to win here this evening as Rory Mallon drives that ball and drives it wide.
Yeah, Jim didn't find the ball, Jim, going wide. They're very frustrating, like it's just a ball hitting home instead of spraying it across the pitch.
Not Clare, lifted by that second Carmody goal. Oh, there's a third one coming here, yes! Niall Gilligan drove in. 2 lovely points for Gilly in the first half. Now he's added a goal. That was slick teamwork, slick combination play by Clare. They were confident, they were quick, and Cyril, beautiful passing here.
Yeah, beautiful ball here by Carr, just a little flick on onto his left back of the net. It's as if Clare went quiet for a while, Jim, and now they're back in the driving seat again.
Clare are sending out warning messages here. You've heard the expression left on a plate. How about this? Tony Carmody left on a hurl. Now Larry O'Gorman, the Wexford captain who wasn't started, he started now, or he's in now, and the man going off is Micheál Jordan. So it didn't happen this evening for some Wexford hurlers, but Larry O'Gorman will bring all his years of experience to bear on this situation now. To try to work another goal, they need that. And again it's gone. Well, this is the time now, sort of 22 minutes into the second half. It's hard really to see a way back for Wexford. Yeah, hard or no hard.
Clare nice and steady now. Davy will settle down the puck out. He'll probably go for a bit of distance. He might try to find Carmody underneath the puck out. He's going to take his time. All this is settling Clare down, like, and they're in the driving seat.
Well, a massive cheer around the ground as Ollie Baker, another of the heroes of 97 around that time, comes on. Ollie Baker certainly looks good, he looks strong, he looks fit, and David Ford is the man who makes way from O'Gonalo and Clare. Baker, another Dura Bearfield man. Darren Stamp getting it through. But it's a long way back from here for Wexford. Now Hart won't be enough, they'll need a lot of scores. John Redden drives it again, but this time he drives it wide. Certainly he looks trimmer than we've seen him for a long time.
Yeah, he started out there. He's gone in wing forward. Won't particularly be in love with that, Jimmy. He'd much prefer to be out the middle of the field where he could be tearing into everything.
No doubt he'll be tearing into everything a little bit later on in the season, because Clare look good here this evening. Now Dara Ryan for Wexford. Match. Rory Mallon just trying to beat it away there one-handed, under pressure, and Wexford get a sideline break. Well, 3-12 to 2-6 is a big score for Clare here, and a happy situation with 11 minutes to go. Colm Keogh playing with great heart. Brian Lohan to bat it out to Larry O'Gorman. Is running away from him. Lohan in control. Wins the free, Brian Lohan. And again, a big cheer. And Larry O'Gorman tried hard there, but he was surrounded by tough, tight-marking defenders, such as that man there, the Clare captain.
Yeah, Jimmy won't mind being tackled like this. Once he gets the free out, like, he's a leader. Even when you know, with the win at All-Ireland, you had a lot of captains on the team, and he's a born one.
Yes, Brian Lohan, one of the great fullbacks of the modern era, or indeed of any era, surely. There can't have been too many better. Declan Root gets it away. John Redden. And this possibly now the time that tiredness will set in for Wexford after their tough exertions last Sunday in the Leinster final. Alan Martin tried to get that ball through. Oh, Colm Keogh, if he just looked up, he would have seen Rory Mallon close by. MJ Furlong down the line, but there are three Claremen there defending, a fourth as well. Away, classical style by McMahon. Now Griffin has gone inside, waiting for the break. Declan Root is hooked, and David O'Connor there to help. But there's a spring in Clare step now. Darren Stamp. Strong out to it is David O'Connor for Wexford. Looking for Larry O'Gorman. Brian Lohan beats it down. And always a man to help. This time, Sean McMahon. Good play by the centre-back. Well won by David O'Connor. Ollie Baker there for Clare. Now, first touch for Baker. And he wins the free. So it's just the point of making a trip from here on for Wexford, because last Sunday is bound to be telling.
Yeah, like, you know, it's hard to see them win it now, like, you know, there's so much down, and Clare back in the driving seat again. Wexford had a great game, you know, a great day last Sunday. Missing a good few players tonight, like, you know, they're not going to win this game.
Well, just so much harder now as Sean McMahon drives it in, and I mean, it was so well set up really for Clare here this evening. And as they put another ball over the bar. Well, James O'Connor, the scorer, set up for Clare, I think, Cyril, by the calendar as well. They had 4 weeks since the Dublin game. They had about 8 weeks since a harder match against Tipperary. Now, as a team manager, you'd love that.
Yeah, they had a nice bit of a break, and the training was going well. I saw them playing Galway in a good challenge game. They looked very good, even though Galway won that night. Here goes Larry
O'Gorman for Wexford. 4, 5, 6 Clare men were back there. Baker, but he's beaten to it by Michael O'Leary. Darren Stamp. Now Brian Lohan just let it run through. MJ Furlong battling there. And Clare come away with it. Spare men everywhere, even when they miss an odd one. Now 3 Clare men there to pick up the pieces. James O'Connor drives it forward. Well, it's just run away from Tony Carmody. Oh, great crossfield ball. That's a wonderful ball by Carmody. And it's gone over the bar by Griffin. But what teamwork and good vision.
Yeah, Jim, they have that perfected. They're hitting lovely crisscross ball all night, and backs get cut out of it. They got about 4 or 5 points now with tonight. Beautiful ball, beautiful score. Griffin got the score, but Carmody made it.
Well, Clare are making a change now indeed. Tony Griffin is making way. Tony Griffin is going off. He's done his work, and there's no disgrace in being substituted here this evening. You've simply got to let other guys get a run, and Wexford have taken off Rory Mallon. Well, Garage Considine is in the game for Clare. He was a wonderful miner, Garage Considine, for a couple of years. He was one of the best miners in the country, and it'll be interesting to see how he'll fare out now. He has played a good bit of senior hurling, of course, but not yet established himself.
Yeah, Jim would be very near the team the last years with it. Bad break with a few injuries on his hand, and beautiful stick, beautiful wrists, but lacking a bit of, you know, a bit of courage. All he needs is confidence in a few full games.
And it's interesting, Cyril, that many people were wondering, could Clare bring those minors through, because they might have been too close to the great senior team, but they are bringing them through.
They are, and they're playing well.
That was a famous day when Clare won minor and senior, and there were boys and men there that day. Now they're all men together. David O'Connor, a young man with a great future for Wexford. Wexford, we understand, will be bringing on Barry Goff from another Faith Harriers map. And really we're playing out time now, because at 3:14 to 2:06 and just 5 minutes to go, Wexford are just playing for their pride now. And that's always been in abundance in Wexford. Declan Root to play it back to Colm Keogh. Larry O'Gorman. Brian Lohan there for Clare, shepherding his man out the field, Barry Lambert. Now, will Lambert take on Brian Lohan here? No, plays across field, but Clare are queuing up in defence. And once again, McMahon to look up and to spot a man. Well, Garage Considine goes forward for Clare. Now, he'd love to come on and get a score, but he's just lost the chance and conceded the free.
Yeah, Jim, that last bit of skill there by Sean McMahon. The ball coming across the square, took it down with his hurl down into his hand under pressure. Fantastic skill.
Yeah, the old McMahon, we're seeing him here this evening. Classical style, his centre-back hurler. Now Lohan again standing under this one. Health everywhere for Claremen this evening. That's very well won by Larry O'Gorman, but he's a long way out the field. Brian Lohan bats it out again. Ollie Baker back there to help. Here maybe bringing in Andrew Quinn, one of the young lions of the banner. Onto it comes Garage Considine. And over the bar, it's just shooting practice now. Garage Considine gets his score, sends out a message to the selectors. I'm available is the message. And the score goes up to 3-15 to 2-6, and that's great shooting, even allowing for the tiredness that must be in Wexford limbs right now. Considine seeing plenty of the ball on the wing. He could play midfield too if he had to. Now, nice Gilligan. Niall Gilligan played a good ball through there towards Considine. Won by Keogh, Colm Keogh. Barry Lambert trying to get it through. So too Larry Murphy. And it's a free into Wexford, what will surely be no more than a consolation score. Clare are about to bring in Andrew Quinn, we understand. Now Paul Codd standing over this free. And it'll be interesting to see, will he try to go low and get the goal? Well, he puts a great strike on that one, a good trajectory, and it's gone in. It's a goal by Paul Codd. Well, a signal perhaps, Cyril, to Brian Lohan and his men that they've got to keep their concentration, or was it just an unstoppable drive?
Yeah, they just lost concentration. It was Codd meant it was still a good shot. He stuck in the back net, top of the net. He goes for it. You can see him, he throws it up as a running at low up at the top of the net. But like, you know, they just weren't set. That shouldn't happen at this stage of the game to Clare.
Well, Cyril Lyons will be just a bit concerned at that lapse in concentration, but he'll be very happy with the scoreboard. And Cyril, the young man who's come in, Andrew Quinn, I know they think a lot of him down in Clare too.
He's a very good player. A brother to the cornerbacks. He was playing with St. Flannan's. Very lovely wristy hurler. Go back to the goals, Jim. David Fitz won't be happy. He'll be, you know, mad at himself, mad at the backs. He doesn't like to be beaten at all.
Do you think will he tell the backs?
That's for sure he will.
Yeah, they'll hear about it this evening. So 2 minutes will be added on to the 1 minute that is left of what we call normal time. So we have roughly about 2.5 minutes or so to go now. Down, stamped down, won by David Hoey. Did his job well at right half back this evening. Liam Doyle wore that number 5 jersey with distinction for so long for Clare, and David Hoey is doing it now. 3-5 to 3-6 the score as we tick into time added on for stoppages. .3:15 to 3-6. Good evening for Clare hurling. Larry O'Gorman playing back in the backs now for Wexford. Tipped away. This is just a training spin now for Clare. Wexford continue to play with pride, but the final whistle would be music to their ears now. Now, it was a good evening for James O'Connor. He was lively, well over an injury that probably affected his performance in earlier matches when he wasn't quite his old self. Because James O'Connor certainly never gives less than 100%. Now Larry Murphy is content here to tap that one over the bar, knowing that you might as well push up the tally as much as you can now for the sake of the record books. Just a word on what you think this Clare performance means. Just where are they now? Right up there?
Yeah, Jim, Clare battled hard inside, and you know, the last 2 years they're going to beat them by a puck of a ball. They're going to look on this as a great win, and tonight is going to be, they'll watch television tonight and see what draw they get. And no one will like drawing them, because they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, indeed, the hurling world will watch television tonight. That draw and the action that we'll have from hurlers early on, this really is the time, these weeks now, for great hurling action. Well, it's hard to credit, but that's the first 65 of the game that Clare have got, and they've created in this game something like 33 scoring chances. And they've taken enough of them too. 3 goals and 15 points. Wexford created 29 scoring chances. They're tallied 3-7. Well, it might be respectable enough on another day. And That's gone wide to show that even the likes of Sean McMahon is infallible. 12 wides now, Clare's tally. Wexford, however, have shot 16. It's an old failing with Wexford. Well, they don't lack heart, Wexford. That's never been an old failing, but it's over. Heart wasn't enough. Clare were just that bit fresher this evening. Fresher, sharper, they were hungry. Clare, 3 goals and 15 points. Wexford, 3 goals and 7. And Cyril, I'm sure this one will go down as a job well done.
Yeah, Cyril Lyons and his selectors will be very, very happy. They've done a good job, put the team together again. John Redden and Conor Lynch were brilliant midfield. Half-back they were well on top, and eventually up front they started coming good again. And they'll be delighted that James O'Connor has come back to himself.
Yeah, well, we saw some good goals here this evening, Cyril. I mean, we were surprised that Finian Mochan Ward for some after-match talk.
And with Cyril Lyons, Clare manager, Cyril, you must be fairly pleased with that performance.
Yeah, thrilled with the results. You know, coming up here today, we didn't know what to expect because we hadn't played a serious game in possibly 2 months. Whereas Wexford had played the league final, the Munster final last Sunday. So we didn't know where we stood really. So we were kind of nervous. We're still looking forward to the game and delighted to get out with a victory.
What particular aspects pleased you?
I thought our forward play in the first half was particularly good, just that we didn't put enough scores on the board. It was 9 points to at half time, whereas the fact we should have probably got 4 or 5 more points. I thought the attitude of the players was tremendous. You know, while the game was competitive, I thought our work rate and everything else was first class.
Wexford did make a brief comeback there in the second half, and yet you were able to come back against that. You must be happy with that particular aspect as well.
That's right. The goals in the second half are kind of, it looked as if when Clare got the goal start second half as if Clare were going to pull away and win as well. Then Wexford come back and get 2 goals, put the whole thing back in the melting pot again, and there was kind of a stage there in the second half where the game was in the balance, and then we got the 3rd goal to finish the match.
Okay, sir, we'll leave it there. Congratulations, well done again.
August, Clare, 3 goals and 15 points. Wexford, 3 goals and 7. And with that, we hand back to the studio. The banner is flying high.
The other hurling qualifying match between Galway and Cork